Today we're going to talk a little bit about acupuncture and the safety of acupuncture during pregnancy. A lot of people might have questions on if acupuncture is even an option during pregnancy, and it most definitely is. It supports all three phases of the pregnancy, each trimester, first, second, and third. It can be used for postpartum issues as well, for conception, before pregnancy, and then also to stimulate labor. And there's also certain points that are contraindicated during pregnancy as well, and we'll talk about those. How are you today?
I'm good. How
You're
are
doing
you?
good? I'm doing great. You 27 weeks now?
28 weeks. Just started third trimester.
28 weeks. Awesome. And how's things gone? I saw you about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, things are good. I'm definitely having a lot more of the hip tension, but whenever I come here, I always feel way better.
Both sides or primarily on the?
Primarily on the right.
Okay. And is that constantly bothering you?
No, it's normally when I wake up in the morning because I'm tossing and turning, not feeling comfortable while I'm sleeping.
And out of 10, what number is that first thing in the morning?
Probably like a 7.5, yeah, 8.
And does it work itself out during the day when you get moving?
Yeah, once I'm moving and walking,
and
I feel less tight.
Does it go away or still tight during the day?
It's still tight, but it doesn't feel as tight.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what number does that go down to?
Probably down to 4, 3 or 4.
3, 4. Now we've also been using the full body acupuncture that regulates all your energy systems and also helps decrease any emotional stress, anxiety. We've also been using 3 important ear points with a little band-aid with a pellet called ear seeds. How's your emotions and anxiety been?
Whenever I have the ear seeds on, they feel so much better. I feel like I can quickly push on a seed if I'm feeling tension or stress, and I automatically start feeling relief and relaxation. I've also noticed I get a lot of swelling in my legs, and so the points that you always do on my legs too tend to help swelling.
Okay. Awesome. And how you been sleeping?
I have been sleeping probably good like 3 days out of the week.
Okay.
But I toss and turn. I start to get insomnia, so that's kind of where your sleep oils have been really helpful. So when I wake up at 3 and I kind of feel like awake but tired, I put those your rollers on my...
The sleep oil specifically on certain points, acupressure points that are beneficial for sleep.
Yes, those are super helpful.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. We'll start our treatment. We'll probably revisit a little bit later on some of the needles that were done. Key points: acupuncture is definitely safe during pregnancy. We do use fewer needles and definitely not as deep insertion. But the awesome thing about the Japanese acupuncture style is we typically, as a general rule, pregnant or not, use fewer needles, very gentle stimulation. So the Japanese style acupuncture is wonderful for pregnancy. So all the points are in on this side of the body. Traditionally, both sides would be treated in pregnancy if it's comfortable for the patient to lay on both sides. Sometimes it might not be, but ideally, and in this case she can, so I'll be turning her in a few minutes. But you can see there's very few needles being used, but they do address the tension, shoulder tension. These 2 points are good for the digestive system and helping the kidneys and the adrenals, so it's actually a strengthening point. And she did mention hip tenderness and some low back, and these are really nice points. Again, in the Japanese style, the needles don't go in very far, but they still affect the chi or the energy very profoundly. And we could go a little bit deeper, but it wasn't necessary. And again, during pregnancy, you do want to be cautious. And then we have a few points down in the legs, but this would be what you would expect. So it's very few needles in in most treatments, and definitely in pregnancy you do want to be cautious. And keep in mind, there's another video on the 5 points contraindicated. You really don't want to acupressure or acupuncture those during pregnancy, unless if you're trying to induce some labor. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.